This is what Playa del Carmen in Mexico looked like a couple of months ago, with the incredible blue Caribbean Sea and full of people walking on the beach. Now it's a different sight, however, with seaweed covering the beaches and the water really brown and not very nice at all. In this video I will show you what the beaches look like and also where you can go swimming instead. We will be going to two cenotes, one in the jungle and the other with fresh groundwater coming up at the beach. Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This time from Playa del Carmen in Mexico. In this video I'm gonna be giving a bit of information for people who are looking to go on vacation in Mexico, and more specifically the east part of Mexico here in the Yucatan Peninsula. The options you have is Cancun, Puerto Morelos, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Aventuras, Acumal, Tulum. I also forgot to say Isla Mujeres and Cozumel, which are two of the most famous islands here in this area. So those are the options you have here. During the summer, June until October or so, that's usually when the seaweed comes here to this part of Mexico, and some places have a lot more seaweed than the other places. So Playa del Carmen, where I'm at the moment, usually actually get the worst seaweed. Playa del Carmen, Tulum tend to get the worst amount of seaweed for some reason. I'm not sure why, but during all the times I've been coming, that is what I have seen. Usually Cancun has the least amount of seaweed. Cancun, Isla Mujeres and Cozumel seem to always have the least amount of seaweed. That is not the case here in Playa del Carmen. So if you're coming to Mexico for the blue Caribbean Sea, then you should probably not be going to Playa del Carmen or down south from Playa del Carmen. You should be going to Cancun, Isla Mujeres or Cozumel. One of those three. But if you're coming to Mexico for the food, you should probably come to here to Playa del Carmen and walk on 5th Avenue. This street goes for several miles and many kilometers and has restaurants here on both sides. Now I am a bit further up on this street, but you're gonna see a lot more restaurants coming here as we walk. Walking here on 5th Avenue, you have a lot of souvenir shops and restaurants. Hello! And things going on. In my opinion also, all the times I've been coming to Mexico, never had anything bad happening to me. People stealing stuff or anything happening, really. I feel more safe here than in Sweden, where I was born. Restaurants, Mexican food, souvenir shops, ice cream. We're gonna walk down to the beach here also. At night, usually it's so packed here that you can't even walk in some parts, but now during the summer months it tends to be quite hot, so a lot of people don't want to be walking outside. That's why most people come to Mexico, I would say, between November and April or so. Sitting in the shade here at the restaurants, that's a good thing also. Sometimes you have trees and shade here. These restaurants tend to have more people, as you can see, in the shade, to avoid the hot, frying summer days. A lot of people want to avoid getting fried today. Probably above 90 Fahrenheit, above 30 Celsius, I would say. But as you can see, quite interesting. Restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. We have a lot of stores where you can also try tequila. Maybe we'll try some tequila here. It's usually they give for free. Hola, amigo.
Pásale, bienvenido. This is 7 years old.
7 years. Los Rieles. To see the taste of it.
This is a coffee flavor.
Coffee flavor, okay. Very good, my friend. Thank you. Listo. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Enjoy.
Gracias. Yeah, this is a store here in it's called a lot of tequila stores. If you want to go try some tequila for free, usually they give you. samples here and there. But as you know, I don't like to drink alcohol, so we just had very small sips of the tequila here. Also here you can buy some stuff. You can also see Senior Frogs has some good chicken fajita here, fajita de pollo. Sometimes I go to Senior Frogs. Pretty good, a bit more expensive, but really good. What else can I say to give some information? People started complaining a bit recently, saying that I stopped giving information about Mexico. And that is true, because I have mainly been documenting my life lately. So that's why I thought I would show some more stuff here in Mexico and giving some information today. Also, what I can say is that it's quite easy to get around here. No matter where you decide to come to in Mexico, you can always take the bus with ADO. ADO. No matter where you decide to live or like come to stay for a week or two, it's easy to get around, and then you can go visit all these places that I mentioned very easily. Take a boat to Cozumel, boat to Isla Mujeres, bus along the coast here from Cancun to Puerto Morelos, as I said, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Aventuras, Acumal, and Tulum. Police cars, you see usually police cars along the way. Here we have more stores. Yeah, here you see groups of tourists doing something. I don't know what they're doing here, but shirts, $20. Yeah, I need to replace the propeller on my drone. I need a little screwdriver somehow. The sweat is dripping here. Really hot during the summer months. So, but not as bad as other places like Merida. Super hot. It's like a sauna there. Big souvenir shops also. You can see here more souvenir shops and tequila shops here. Also for me, I like this area of Mexico because of the cenotes. That's my favorite thing to do, swimming in the cenotes here. Thousands of them only here in this area of Mexico. And as you also know, the Caribbean Sea is my favorite sea. But today, no bueno with the seaweed here in Playa del Carmen. Usually after the hurricanes sweep by, it's like they take the seaweed with them. They just blow everything away. And then there's no more seaweed. But the best time to come is in like November to come to Mexico. But as you can see, super modern here. You have H&M stores, like all stores that you have like in the United States, you have here in Playa del Carmen as well. Let's head down to the beach. But actually I have to go get a screwdriver first for my drone. This bank here called Intercam, you can actually get a bank card. You can open a bank account with this bank in Mexico, even if you're not from Mexico or you don't live in Mexico. So let's see if we can find a hardware store now. Here is also Cocobongo. Like the line is full of people here usually in the night, even on a weekday. But as you can see, the sweat is dripping like crazy, it's boiling. The bacon is sizzling once again. Actually, we might just go to Walmart here. There's a Walmart here in Playa del Carmen. Also, as I was talking about, here is the bus station, ADO. You can see, you can take the bus pretty much all over Mexico from here if you want. ADO. And I'm going to show you a bit from the inside. And you can go to San Cristobal, like halfway through Mexico. Chiapas, buy a ticket there. And then AC, toilet, nice seats, Wi-Fi thing even, and like you can charge your phone inside. Here we have Walmart in Mexico. As you can see here, you go in through the garage pretty much. It's the same as the United States. Walmart. Hola amigo, necesito un destornillador.
¿Destornillador?
Sí. ¿Dónde?
En este pasillo, al fondo, en el M15.
Ajá, ferretería. Ah, gracias. Now I'm in the ferretería and there's nothing here but lights. No sé. We have destornillador, but they don't have what I need, unfortunately. There's nothing here. Everything is gone. Nada. They don't have it. They have only big screwdrivers here. So now I am walking away from Walmart here There's another store called Mega Soriana here. Also, a few streets away from the beach. This is what we need, the ferreteria. That's where I have the things like screwdrivers and stuff. Oh, I forgot the name. Ferreteria. This is where we're going. Sí. This tornillador muy pequeño is what I have now. And now we can go fly the drone. I just need to switch the propeller. Also here is another store. Mega Soriana. It's like Walmart. It's actually, that's kind of interesting. In Mexico they have so many big stores like this, like similar to Walmart. There is Soriana, Soriana, Chedraui and Walmart. They're all the same, like huge grocery stores. I haven't seen, I think, anywhere else in the world where they have such big grocery stores where they have everything, like fridges and washing machines, like anything you need. Even in Sweden there's not really many stores like that, or like Europe either. There's no Walmart in Europe and no really a store where you can buy everything. Yeah, this is Constituyentes, one of the main streets also here in Playa del Carmen. So this is what it looks like here. We've seen pretty much all of Playa del Carmen, not really. We haven't seen the beach really, but we're going to the beach too. But first, let's stop at Jenny's store here with Italian food and Italian groceries here at the corner of the 20th Avenue and Constituyentes. We can see here, Sapori di Casa. So we're going in now. Lasagna. So this is what you can pick here. And a bunch of cheese and ham. Yeah, it's a nice little store here and restaurant. Different kinds of wines there from Italy, all from Italy, imported. Here we have some meat with fries. So I had the food at Sapori di Casa, Italian food. They have a bunch of really good lasagna, cheap also, not very expensive at all. Lasagna and freshly cooked veggies. Like when you walk in, there's like a counter and you see everything they have prepared for the day. And also different kinds of cheese and ham, really good stuff. So now we're heading down to the beach to check out the Seaweed situation, how that is. I stayed at this hotel before, really recommend it actually. Really a good hotel. Don't know how much it costs now per night, but when I stayed there it was quite affordable and also so modern and nice. This whole town is built up by avenues pretty much. It's like 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th. And then if you want to live here in Playa del Carmen, one thing you should know also is that there's a highway over there. And all the apartments on this side of the highway are way more expensive. What you get for a 1-bedroom apartment here on this side, you get like a 2-3 story townhouse with 3-4 bedrooms. Huge garden for the same price. I stayed here in this area, paid like $1,500 US for a 1-bedroom apartment. And then I also went across the highway where you get so much more for your money there. Just go up on this street here. Also, one thing, a good advice is that you can use an app called InDrive here, same as Uber, because Uber has been banned. Uber doesn't exist here. It's only the taxi business. They have monopoly on on that here. So, but it's so expensive, they always overcharge. So use an app called InDrive. Wyndham is one of the biggest hotel chains in the world. I think they have 10,000 hotels around the world. I really prefer Hilton over Wyndham. Hilton, I think, is my favorite. Hilton and Holiday Inn, really the best hotel chains, since I've stayed in hundreds of different hotels around in the world. And actually my favorite all-inclusive here in Playa del Carmen, stayed in one of these hotels in the Dominican Republic and then here in Playa. It was called Princess. Here you can see the seaweed that is washing up on the beaches, and not the clear, nice blue Caribbean seawater that you usually see in this area of Mexico. Many people say it comes from fertilizers further down south in South America that goes out into the rivers and into the ocean, and it makes the sargassum or seaweed grow more rapidly, and then it goes with currents up along the landscapes and into Mexico and other parts of the Caribbean. Some parts are better than others, and it also changes from week to week and depending on the wind. These clips are just from a few weeks ago, so it might look a bit different now. So I have arrived here at the beach, and I already knew what it was gonna be like because it's the same every single summer with the seaweed. It's not really even worth going to the beach. The water is brown. You see mountains of seaweed here. You can see here in the background a big pile of seaweed, and then the water is just kind of brown. As you can see, it's not this nice blue turquoise color. It's the Ultramar pier where you can take the boat over to the island of Cozumel right outside here, and there's another ferry company on that pier over there between this beach and that beach. I would suggest going to Cozumel instead if you're coming this way. So they do clean the beach a bit and put the seaweed in the piles, but it's still, the water is still like contaminated by this. Yeah, so in conclusion, when it comes to the seaweed, don't go to Playa del Carmen during the summer, or even like sometimes the seaweed starts coming in like already end of March or so. March until end of October. Sometimes that's how long the beaches are horrible, but always, almost always good November, yeah, until March or so. Like every time I've been here, it's been good. The water is perfect during those months. Walking back here on Constituyentes, this street that you saw. Gonna stop at Oxo. The US dollar is getting a bit lower now. Or the peso is getting lower again. Nice and cold, the best AC here. In Oxo they have like really cold AC. If you need to cool off, you can come in here. Best AC anywhere in Mexico. Oh, I really recommend going into Oxo if you want to cool off a bit. So nice and cold in there. Oh, it's like going into a fridge when you feel your forehead is starting to sizzle a bit from the sun. Fried, sizzled bacon steak, medium rare. Shh, shh. Ah. Cheers, everybody. I went back to the same restaurant again. I had met the rope monster there. A really cool guy that seemed to have similar interest as me. Thanks for coming, my friend.
My pleasure, man. That was good. That was really delicious.
Very good.
Woke up with hunger, now I'm ready to go back to sleep. Hibernating bear.
I am Super Mario here inside this Italian store. Going to this outdoor gym here to meet my friend Dan. I randomly ran into him a couple of times here in Playa del Carmen. It happens a lot in this area of Mexico. Like sometimes certain people, you just randomly run into them everywhere. But then with some people, you never run into them. It's weird. Welcome, rope monster.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Here at the Deportivo in Playa del Carmen, doing some warm-up laps here. Thank you for the delivery, my friend. Which one do you want?
You take your pick. Okay. I think the whole world wants to see whether you choose mango or sandia.
I put, what is this?
That's watermelon.
Oh, okay.
Really
I'll take
good.
the watermelon. 13, 14, 15. 85 kilos, maybe.
Yeah, I'm 85 kilos, you're 78?
I think so. So this is how I'm gonna get to 85 kilos, eating ice cream. I need to eat more to gain the weight. I lost weight in the past weeks. So we have to follow your diet here if we want to get to 85 kilos.
Pure ice cream.
85 kilos. That's the key. On the way back, we passed by this crazy bar I showed earlier.
the next day.
So we're gonna continue this video here with another cenote heading out from Playa del Carmen.
I was with Jenny and we were heading out of Playa del Carmen, going up north towards Puerto Morelos and a bit inland to one of the swimming holes known as cenotes out in the jungle.
We have arrived to Cenote Verde Lucero.
Gracias.
300 peso entrance. So the entrance for this cenote here was 300. 200 if you're a local, and this is the first time ever in Mexico, I think, that I had to pay less instead of more. So I paid the local price, 2 people, 400, 200 each, but it should have been 300. Muy bien. It's like a little garden here. You can do zip line too. Pretty good. Here is the cenote, all the people swimming. And the zip line up there, so you can go. It's included in the price, the zip line. You can also jump over there. It's pretty high, maybe 8 meters or so. And I'm gonna try the zip line here also. You can do the zip line. Zip line. Let's go! Let's go!
¿Cómo se sintió? Venga,
Very nice.
You go.
Ooh, it's a bit cold, but quite nice.
This cenote was quite different than other ones I'd been to in the past. It had a lot more plants growing at the bottom.
See, zip line. On the zip line here, I want to record from below. Muy bien.
Muy bien.
We had brought some healthy food with us to eat after swimming for about 45 minutes. And it was such a nice and sunny day out in the middle of the jungle.
They are almost closing here, so we're gonna go one last time. Maybe. Adiós. Adiós. ¡Suéltate! Oh.
This was actually the next day that we went to another cenote located right on the beach, also with fresh groundwater coming up from underground, which explained why the water was so clear there despite the seaweed surrounding this area.
You have to pay here, I would assume. This is Cenote Tanca here and beach club, but you have to pay 420 pesos per person, like 20 US dollars. But it's a pretty cool little area here. Even when there's seaweed, you can see the mountains of seaweed here. But this area here, that's why it looks kind of clear. So it's one little spot here where the water is clear, and out there it's brown. So pretty cool actually. So this is the beach club here. It was pretty cool. This little area we could swim, especially now that there's seaweed all along these beaches here.
Next to the beach club was also a cenote out in the green areas. So we walked over there, saw some iguanas along the way, and got ready to jump in, even though it was quite a small cenote.
Really small cenote here, but quite nice. As you can see,
Just up there, there's a
natural plate here,
subway
and
there.
chicken
The
nuggets.
subway is our leaving town that we went by today. Instead of messing one up by subway or
Yeah, it was fun.
That was pretty fast. Now we're going swimming again in this little swimming hole here. Pretty nice. Now cool off in the water.
Thanks for watching this video. In the next video we'll go out for some new adventures in this area of Mexico. So please leave the video a thumbs up if you learned something and if you enjoyed watching. And also please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. And you can also post a comment and let me know what you think about this area of Mexico.